Hey guys, so I wanted to do a review of some additions that we've done to the truck since we did the last truck reset video a few months ago. One of which I use all the time is this evac pump. I actually picked it up at Harbor Freight. I chose the manual one. They have manual, pneumatic only, and manual and pneumatic combos where you just hook in an air hose down here, turn a valve, and it uses shop air to run the pump. I don't know if you guys noticed, but through our truck tour, I don't have a ton of cordless tools. I don't have a ton of pneumatic tools. I like the philosophy myself. I've run service trucks with and without shop air, air compressors, that kind of thing on board. Components can fail. These manual pumps can't. Manual tools, ratchets, hand tools, very minimal of failure. So I myself love this. It holds about 2¼ gallons of fluid. So a lot of the times what I'll do is I'll throw one of my carry drain pans underneath a machine, and if I'm doing a coolant flush, I'll pump it. Or if I have a drain pan that only holds like 2 gallons of oil but I need to get rid of 5, I'll hook the hose into the drain pan and I'll pump while it's draining so it doesn't overfill the drain pan. Comes with like 3 or 4 different diameter hoses, one of which being right here. This is the one I use the most. It's the big one. Widest mouth, easiest to use, moves the most fluid quickest way possible, and it just pops right in. Doesn't leak. The spout where the hose hooks into is also your pour spout to empty it, so you don't have to dismantle anything. You pump it 5 or 10 times and the siphon will suck fluid out of a drain pan on its own, or out of a reservoir. I've used it before if a customer overfilled an engine oil pan or something, or a hydraulic oil pan. Customer overfilled it on their own and they didn't want to pay for me to completely change the fluid. Instead of pulling the drain plug, I just stick this down the fill hose, pump the pump, and then check the dipstick. So this thing works wonders. One of the things that's always on my truck. I only use this hose, but it has like I think 2 other ones, a really tiny one and a medium-sized one, and they're designed that you can lock them together. So if you need an extension, you can hook 2 of these together and double or triple your length. Comes with with all its own O-rings and stuff. I think it even came with extra O-rings. I'm not sure. I have to look, but I think it came with an extra set of O-rings. Never had any problems with it. It just sits in the back of my truck, never flies out. Use this thing all the time. So if you guys are looking, a lot of you guys being field guys just getting into this, having an evac pump, you never need it till you need it, and I'd rather need it and not have it than, I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. So this always sits up in the corner. I also carry 4 empty waste buckets to go along with it, so I can empty these into that and then transport it home, because if this does tip over, even with the hose in, it will leak back out the hose. But I wouldn't recommend transporting with this full of fluid. That's why I carry, there's 4 or 5 empty buckets up there I always carry with me, one of which is a partial. I just reuse the fresh oil buckets as waste oil. So between this and that, you never go wrong, regardless of where you are. And you don't have to worry about having an air compressor or worry about having a extension cord to plug into power to run the electric pump. Manual tools, you'll never go wrong. Once again, you can get that at Harbor